This frosty general takes Cordelia and flees on a warship. But Wolffort gives chase, and Avlora throws herself into the Norzelia River.
Yeah, now cutscene healers exist.
Some of the remaining Frosty soldiers fight tooth and nail to keep their hold on the city, but are eventually bested by the Hyzantian army. Though Glenbrook has taken more damage than anticipated, her people are safe, and House Wolffort breathes a sigh of relief to see their plan fulfilled.
It all worked out, even though it was a little bit messier than I expected. Oh shit, not too bad. Reminiscing about the Saltran War with Anna. What's going on here?
Master Archibald, is there something on your mind?
Goddess be good. I must be getting on in years for you to be able to sneak up on me like that.
What troubles you?
I was only reminiscing. Windy days like these tend to blow my mind back a couple of decades or more.
Reminiscing about what?
The Salt Iron War. Hard to believe it's been 30 whole years. Some days I almost forget my time as one of the Saintly Seven. I defended the Citadel of Sand through the conflict. I was there when Esfrost attacked. A number of Rosellan prisoners who tried to escape the Source were there too, including Our Lady Frederica's dear mother.
What's this?
She stayed behind all by herself to help the countless numbers of her fellow Roselle flee. That's how she was captured. But I knew we couldn't hold the Citadel. So I helped her and her friends escape in secret before the enemy attacked. The wind blew just as hard that night as it's blowing now. I'll never forget watching the Roselle, caked all over in mud as they slipped away into the dark.
So you didn't want innocents to get caught up in the coming battle?
It never settled right with me. The way the goddess's teachings permitted abuse of the Roselle for the supposed sins of their past. A person's life isn't worth more or less just because of the conditions of their birth. But more than anything, I was moved by the selfless acts of Lady Frederica's mother. She reminded me of what I had once aspired to be. She was able to do what I never could. Risk her life to save her friends. I couldn't let someone like that die. Not on my watch. It wasn't long until the other Saintly Seven discovered what I'd done. They branded me a traitor, stripped me of my title, and sentenced me to death. Of course, I slipped out of their clutches before they could have my head. I wandered for a while before taking up life as a merchant under the King of Glenbrook's patronage.
I never knew you and Lady Frederica's mother shared such a past.
Well, it is in the past. Anyway, let us return. This cold night wind is making my old bones ache something fierce.
Damn. An old man. He's a fighter. Like, don't use him more now. But we have an encampment and we have a new amulet to give someone. They can get bonuses. They can get stronger. The trade post, is there another one or no? From the looks of it, no. Someone can be promoted to their final tier. Do you get something that's worth it? You take 50% of damage for a selected ally for 2 turns. You can only take damage when within 3 squares of the targets. Admittedly, that is pretty good. And if you actually get the skill that lets you heal on kills and you become a killing machine, you actually can really be a good sustain bot for someone. But you die. So, fuck, fast. It's my fault, but still. You get spring in your step. Increase your movement by 1 with clear weather. Interesting. You get Magic Ablaze, which I think we already saw, which is increase your magic attack when you're on a square that's on fire. Which could be set up. It could be done, but I don't want to sit in a tile that's on fire normally. And you get Fight or Flight, which is increase the movement by 1 when enemies are nearby. That's really useful. You get Desperate Defense. Increase damage taken when HP is at 50% or below. By how much, though? Is it true damage reduction, or is it like artificially increased physical defense and magical defense? You get this 27 at 33, you get a Swift End. God damn. How far does the game think I'm gonna go with these levels? Or I'm expected to go with these levels. Or 28. As much as he's not exactly done well for us, I think Saranoa is going to be the next promote, just because protagonist has to be there, make him the best of him he can be. Even if, honestly, I think possibly the tank, or even this guy, just because this sounds enticing with Extend Your Reach. I might give him better reach with spells. I'm gonna go for you, Zaranoa. I trust in you. Besides, probably gonna get more as well, so just not really a choice of which
My blade
you're gonna
shall
get
attest
it,
to my
but more of
convictions.
which one do we want immediately. Quality fiber, quality iron. Freezing in battle. Magic attack and strength by 2 are now available, actually. Have you seen if there are Valor Badge for Kudos? I just saw there weren't any. The Kudos shop has not updated at all yet. Or at least not since we last saw it. Besides that, let's exhaust the quality stuff right here. Okay, you can actually get this one right here with quality iron. Increase the range of Hawk Dive by 1, so it's now a 3 range attack. Or delaying strike up is better. You get more HP. I'll leave you for later right now. The thrust, rush. I'm using neither of those. Quality fiber can't do anymore. Maybe we should do some upgrades to the lower levels too. I should, yeah. I hate that we haven't gotten Rare Thorn yet. Need by one. I can get Anna to be like consistently good again, then she's probably gonna be the next one I'm gonna go for. She can just become a real speedy person. Jesus Christ. Her mount we don't really use at all. Speed is the real one here that I would want to go for. We're gonna hold off on you though. Accuracy, increase the effect of shadow stitching or blinding, or increase your critical rate against enemies that have 50% or less HP. Physical damage dealt, or increase damage dealt by follow-up attacks. As for you, we can specialize if I were to get some more of these. Increase wind damage dealt, or increase thunder damage dealt. Cross magic attack one is also just blanketly good. But this would ensure that we can't do the other ones because it's 3 for each in that. Fiber would cost. This would be 10, and that's gonna go higher though, I think. I'm gonna need iron. Fiber. I want to increase her up a bit, just the HP one. Iron, fiber. Like it's not crumbling, please. Fine. Timber and fiber. Iron, timber, fiber. I'm still gonna go for you. Run fiber again right here. Right. Iron and timber and fiber. You that HP up. I don't know if luck would be worth it. Oh, and you need stones as well. Shit. Accuracy. Filtering Tempest. Increase good or one of those. You need to buy more fiber if I give you the HP up. Stones, I'm fucking forgetting. You, it's just iron. Increase your luck at max HP. I think he has enough at the defense roll to like take or something, so magic might be a problem. Or is essentially stupid. I'm going for it. Let me get some stones. That person? I'll get you to deal bonus fire damage. Why not? We can change that. And I need quality temper for that. Out. For the other mage, let's get you to deal better thunder damage. Could have you do both, actually. This is quality stone and iron. Magic defensive by 2. No. Now nobody can rank up. Only because money. What's going on over here in the story? Though the crowd city has been, the crowd city has been reclaimed, Cordelia suffers grave injuries from shielding Avlora. Oh fuck! If she dies, God, Roland's gonna be distraught and go crazy.
It looks like she's overcome the worst of it. Once she wakes up, she should be fine.
Thank you, Minister Lila. She would not have made it without you.
Glenbrook was our ally during the fight against Esfrost. You need not thank me, Prince. My apologies. I suppose I should call you King Roland now.
No. My enthronement has yet to be announced.
I see. I shall take my leave.
Thank goodness. But why, Cordelia? Why did you shield our enemy?
For you, my heart completed.
Overwhelmed by the forces of House Wolffort, Esfrost's troops are scattered and driven from the Crown City. Glenbrook, at last, is free. Several days after this fateful battle, Queen Cordelia announces her intent to abdicate the throne and make way for another. Roland Glenbrook, his face no longer hidden from the world, will take his rightful place at the seat of power. With the prince's friends having only just finished grieving his death, and his enemies having only just finished toasting to it. This news shocks the foundations not only of Glenbrook, but of Norzelia itself. By routing Esfrost's forces and leaving the city unscathed, House Wolford displays their martial prowess and their loyalty to their liege. The prince becomes king and condemns the schemes of Gustadolph, making known Esfrost's plot to usurp the throne. However, the people's reaction to this news is not quite a chorus of approval. It is plain that the ravages of war and the shame of subjugation have left an indelible mark on the once prosperous nation. Although the battle for Glenbrook is behind them, Serenoa and the rest of the city's liberators must make ready for a struggle of an entirely different sort.
Glory Shall Find You, Part 2.
Congratulations on returning to your rightful throne, King Roland.
Ah, you've returned. My friend, a word.
Yes,
I am honored to have had you by my side on this journey. To be able to call you friend.
as am I, Roland.
Your Majesty, representatives from Hyzant have arrived.
We shan't make undue demands of your time, King Roland. We've simply come to say farewell.
Without your aid, my people would still be under Esfrost's iron rule. Glenbrook owes you a debt of gratitude.
Consider the debt
Two
paid.
at once.
The knowledge we gleaned of Elfric's capabilities was more than worth our troubles.
Indeed, it surpassed my every expectation. The Holy One is sure to be pleased with the results.
Your Majesty, can we trust you to lift the embargo and keep Esfrost subdued?
Of course. Lord Wolford has promised his full cooperation in that regard.
Your Majesty, lest you misunderstand your friend's position, allow me to make one matter abundantly clear. Minister Serenoa is of the Saintly Seven. He is not to serve at your whims, but by the grace of the Hierophant.
I understand, but he is also a Lord of Glenbrook. More importantly, he is my friend. As such, I would ask for his assistance in the days ahead, as I have in days past.
Your Majesty, it is plain that the friendship between you two runs deep. However, the rules of politics are old and immutable.
And what does the Lord himself think of his new position?
Of course, I am grateful for the honor Hyzant has bestowed upon me. I will do all in my power to serve both the Hierophant and King Roland with all faithfulness.
In other words, the Hierophant does not have your full loyalty.
Well,
Glenbrook and Hyzant are to be two nations united in purpose. Surely it is reasonable that Lord Serenoa acts in service to both? Perhaps King Roland and the Hierophant should discuss my lord's role together.
You are right, of course. It is not our place to assume the goddess's intent.
Very well. I hope to meet with the Holy One as soon as my duties allow. I expect busy days ahead for you, Serenoa. Be prepared.
Certainly, Your Majesty.
Milo shall stay in Glenbrook for the time being. If there is aught she can assist you with, consider her at your complete disposal. Remember, Milo, that you are the symbol of friendship between our two nations.
But of course, I live to serve, Minister.
And with that, we shall take our leave.
May we meet again soon.
They leave us with a spy. It seems we still haven't won their trust entirely.
Whatever secrets they uncover will only attest to our commitment to the friendship between us.
Still, their actions speak volumes. Their aid has not come without expectation of just recompense. Already, they seek to make Lord Serenoa their puppet.
But we need Hyzant's aid to crush Esfrost.
By the same token, we cannot resist Hyzant without Esfrost's might. And once Esfrost is laid low, Glenbrook will have served its purpose. What then would stop Hyzant from tightening their grip?
Just as they did with the Rosal. The injustice I saw at the source is not something I'll soon forget. If you require proof of Hyzant's true nature, you need only remember.
I know. This country is my home. Built by my father and the kings before him. Safeguarded by my sister and generations of my forebears. I will rebuild it. Restore its glory and its pride. We will not be treated as dogs at the end of a leash.
For now, we must look within. Only after that work is done should we look without.
So, the Crown City has fallen. I see. And what of General Avlora?
She fell into the Norzelia River and has not been seen since.
And my siblings, Thalos and Erica?
They died, fighting bravely in battle. My condolences, Your Grace.
I understand. I have fewer pieces on the board than ever now.
Pieces? Really is true what they say about him?
It seems I was wrong to think that Hyzant would remain idle. Or was my more grievous error to be taken in by the prince's false death? Regardless, I was a fool to show House Wolford any mercy.
Your Grace, reports from the battlefield tell of an unknown weapon being brought to bear against our forces.
Oh? Continue.
A purple explosion was seen when the bridge to Castle Whiteholm collapsed.
That bridge has weathered the elements for untold generations. It appears the weapon Avlora indicated in her report has been completed sooner than we anticipated. We mustn't allow Hyzant to think they've won the upper hand. I intend to answer their weapon with one of my own.
The Lord shall find you completed. That was a real short chapter, I guess. Mainly just because the consequences of everything we've done so far and implications for chapters to come.
After retaking Whiteholm Castle, Roland assumes the throne. Joy over the return of the line of Glenbrook sweeps the kingdom. Yet not everyone is quick to welcome Roland back with open arms. Life under Esfrosti rule treated them well, and they suspect him to be naught but a figurehead of a puppet regime. Roland's absence, it seems, made room for discord among his subjects to flourish.
The banner's worth.
There you are, Your Majesty.
Ah, Huette.
Pray, do not sound so dismal. Now that we have retaken Whiteholm Castle, you are Glenbrook's rightful king. We've an entire kingdom to rebuild out of the ruins of war. Patriot and the others have been demanding utmost haste.
I understand that, I do. But... Oh, Cordelia. If I should lose you too, I
know you have suffered many hardships, but pray, do not let yourself succumb to despair. Me, our comrades, your people, all of us are eagerly awaiting the era of peace our new king will bring.
King, eh? My father never once let his emotions overcome him. Not even the day my mother died. I had every intention of following his stoic example, but...
Majesty, I bring word from the infirmary.
Is it Cordelia? Pray tell me she is all right.
She is indeed recovering apace, Your Majesty.
Oh, thank the stars.
It seems she has something to discuss with you all, if you will hear her out.
Of course. Tell her we'll speak in the garden, but only if it will not tax her overmuch.
Yes, sire.
Huette, fetch Serenoa and the rest. Tell them to come to the garden as soon as they are able.
'Twould be my pleasure.
What is it? You're smiling.
It's only... I thought it would be some time yet before I saw you look so at ease. I'll return shortly with the others.
Cordelia, you returned to me after so long. But slow and steady is the path to recovery. Yes, there is no rush. So that is what happened in my absence.
Yes. Gustadolph was a clever ruler. After the invasion, Patriot and his royalists cozied up to Esfros in order to protect themselves. Gustadolph used them to his every advantage. He stripped them of their privileges and left them nothing but their governing responsibilities. I don't think Patriot much cared for that, but it did ensure everything continued smoothly, without interrupting the people's lives.
Now I understand why there was little unrest after the occupation began.
A clean, effective takeover by a well-seasoned commander.
But all the while, he was preparing to face the next conflict.
Wait, does he intend to march on Hyzant next?
I believe so. I wish I could be more specific. But the Goddess's shield cannot protect the Holy State's capital from Esfrost. Not anymore. He said it will all be over once the death knell is ready.
What is this death knell?
A new weapon born from the coupling of his frosty ironworking and explosive projectiles. Valis claimed it is powerful enough to break through the Goddess's shield.
To think Esfrost is capable of creating such a monstrosity.
So much for their reign of peace. Taking over Glenbrook was only the first move in a bigger gambit to seize the source.
I am disturbed to learn of Gustadolph's plan. But rebuilding our capital must take priority.
Very well. We should investigate the extent of the damage and discuss how best to proceed from there. House Wolfort will lend whatever aid you need.
Thank you, Serenoa. But since you are one of their Saintly Seven now, I'd ask you to keep an eye on Hyzant as well.
Cordelia? Apologies. A brief spell of dizziness.
I have been looking everywhere for you, Your Highness.
Patriot.
I do not recall giving you leave of the infirmary. Your injuries are still healing. Would you undo all the trouble I went through to get you the best of care? Pray, return to the infirmary at once.
wouldn't do to push yourself, Cordelia. Rest now. Leave everything to me.
All right.
That'd be kind of cool, Como One. Not gonna lie.
We got a pretty good understanding of the damage in the capital, my lord. It's a tad more than we were expecting.
I see. Then we must make haste with repairs. Let's report this to Hyzant and see what aid they can give us. Was there anything of note besides damage?
There ain't an easy way of putting this, but not everyone's exactly pleased to hear Prince Roland's returned. Esfrost exempted Glenbrook's subjects from the salt tax. Likely a bid to get in everyone's good graces. And a damn good one at that. But more than that, the so-called freedom Gustadolph brought to the kingdom seems to have made a splash. He threw out the old ways and made it so anyone could better their lot in life depending on their ability, instead of their birthright.
Just as in Esfrost.
Then the people must have looked quite favorably upon Gustadolph's rule.
I wager folks ain't too pleased to see us, since they figure it means things will go back to how they used to be.
Roland surmised as much. We must do something to show the people his is a return worth celebrating.
Anna, have you looked into the state of affairs in the castle?
Yes. The head of the Royalists, Minister Patriat, is extending his influence. He made quite the name for himself, even under Gustadolph. Though he seems eager enough to support King Roland, he was just as eager to serve the Archduke. I do not believe we can trust him.
Distinguished members of House Wolford, how hard you are all working to rebuild our capital.
This fucker. Yep, still him.
What a delightful thing to see.
Minister, you do us a great honor visiting us out of all the many other responsibilities that must vie for your attention.
Oh, come now, do not think yourself so insignificant. The entire kingdom owes you its thanks, myself included, of course. We are so grateful for House Wolford's aid, even though you now serve a different master.
We are only doing what any of King Roland's loyal vassals would.
Speaking of the king, I'm afraid we've a bit of a problem. His Majesty seems to be entertaining thoughts of retaliating against Esfrost. But the people have had their fill of war, and I'm sure you're already aware the people look upon the royal line with disfavor. I only beg you take every care going forward.
A warning.
Even so, there is naught we can do but focus on rebuilding.
Indeed. Let us return to the king and apprise him of our progress.
I would walk the city with Sheila a bit longer and speak with the people.
As you wish. But this is not the capital you knew. Be careful, my love.
We have 2 reds and no greens, unfortunately. Damn. Whiteholm Castle and the Crown. Yeah, let's go. Frederica hears the voice of the people as she walks the city streets. What are they saying?
There are more who accepted Esfrost's rule than I imagined.
Glenbrook's history is long. Yet, that is why hierarchy and precedent hold sway. This is a stubborn land, my lady, not given to easy change. Though Archduke Gustadolph, acting in the name of freedom, granted privilege after privilege to the powerful. For people used to Glenbrook's rigid customs, I suppose that sort of change must have been too seductive to resist.
Perhaps. But his freedom was naught but greed and cruelty.
Lady Frederica, I've been searching everywhere for you.
A Wolffort messenger. Did you run all this way? What's happened?
My lady, I hail from Castle Wolffort, bearing tidings of Lord Simo.
Has he awakened?
He has. He is in high spirits and recovering well. He is most pleased to hear of the capital's recapture. He bids you visit Castle Wolffort so he can honor you himself.
Oh, I must bring these glad tidings to Serenoa at once. How long it has been since I've seen him smile.
There is one more bit of news I have for you, my lady, but it is not so happy.
Is there some sort of trouble in the Wolffort domain?
Bandits are laying waste to the Rosellan village. To our shame, Castle Wolffort does not have enough soldiers to stop this. We would beg Lord Serenoa's wisdom in this matter.
The enemy must be powerful indeed. We cannot leave the Rosellan village defenseless.
Let us inform the others. Messenger, with us.
Well, well. Things are about to get interesting.
Things are about to get interesting. What's going on? Roland takes steps to rebuild the Crown City. Patriot and the Royalists have other ideas.
A coronation ceremony. Certainly there are more important matters to focus on right now.
A coronation is important to assuage the people's fears and restore their faith, besides which it is the Royalists' most fervent wish. A kingdom is only truly as strong as people believe it to be, and right now the world believes Glenbrook weak. The ceremony will be a display to the contrary.
Is this truly the remedy our situation calls for? Right now I imagine the people care only for where their next hot meal will come from.
Rest assured, sire, House Wolffort will see your subjects shan't go hungry. But trust me when I say nothing will hasten Glenbrook's return to her former glory so much as announcing the return of Regna's rightful heir. To win your subjects' hearts, you need do nothing but ascend to your position upon the throne.
You mean sit my royal backside on a fancy chair?
In a manner of speaking. A king's duty is first and foremost serving as his kingdom's symbol. You needn't trouble yourself with day-to-day governance. We will assume that burden. After all, you have only just been crowned.
There will be no ceremony. The people will tell us what they need, and you will listen to them, Patriot. That is my command.
As you wish, King Roland.
How fare things, Suette? Have the relief supplies been given to those who need it?
Well, we had received a sizable shipment of goods from Hyzant, but there are complaints. It seems very few of those goods have made it into the hands of the people.
And why is that?
We aren't certain, though apparently Patriot and the Royalists involve themselves with the distribution.
Damn those Royalists! They cannot be left to their own devices.
Of course they will. And oh shit, what's going on here? We got a green one finally. With Glenbrook reclaimed and Aesfrost dealt a heavy blow, Hyzant takes the opportunity to make a strategic move.
House Wolfort and Minister Exham's forces have reclaimed the Crown City. And not only that, they have dealt a heavy blow to the Esfrosti forces in killing Thalos and other commanding officers.
We couldn't have hoped for a better outcome.
Oh, to see Gustadolph's face when he hears the news. Now he'll have no choice but to come crawling to us on hands and knees, begging for salt. Though, this could be our chance to crush the duchy once and for all.
Just because they're licking their wounds does not make them easy prey. They still have their iron, after all.
Ha! Iron. We can get iron. All we need do is make Glenbrook hand over the Grand Norzelian mines to us. A paltry price to pay for our bountiful aid in their restoration of the Crown City.
The Grand Norzelian mines. The spark that lit the flame of Esfrost's aggression. But why go through the trouble to seize an iron source when they have all the iron they could ever need? I should have Milo look into the matter.
Minister Idor?
Well, regardless, we control the salt. I say we bide our time until Esfrost admits they are defeated. Besides, Glenbrook seeks our aid in their reconstruction efforts, do they not?
Yes. King Roland and Minister Serenoa have both asked for help, and sent reports detailing the extent of the damage to the Crown City.
I'm making sure it is this guy, yeah.
Send forth a veritable bounty. To Minister Serenoa of the Saintly Seven, that is.
Ah, yes. A show of the goddess's grace to the people, and as a wedge to drive between him and the king.
Esfrost, Glenbrook, they will both be ours before long.
Alright. I am hungry. So I'm gonna call it right there. I need to go get something to eat. As well as keep an ear out because I do have deliveries coming today for things that the house needs. Such as, and I can't believe I fucking forgot this, everyone forgot this, we need a fucking can opener. The knife will not help. God damn it. Sticking a knife into a can hoping to cut the shit open it feels barbaric to know there's a simple can opener that can work, but we just fucking forgot it. It's not in the box that we got too. It's just fucking gone. I don't know why. Nowhere to be found. So, thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you had a great time. I'll see you guys tomorrow for some more triangle strategies, and we'll figure out what the decision's even about. Actually, I think I know what it's about. It's to save the Roselle or to go to the king, probably. The only two things that we've sort of, like, talked to you about what we can do. No caliber? I know! It's just something small that slipped out of your mind. And then they're like, wait, shit, we need that for this. Fuck, we don't have one. So I'm just in the kitchen with a knife trying to jam the shit open. Because I keep saying, don't cut my finger over and over and hoping it works. So, stay awesome, everyone. And hopefully, you'll let me entertain you one more time, another time. See ya.